Hi, Hub Arkush here, along with Pro Football Weekly executive editor Dan Arkush, as we continue our series of the 32 NFL team training camp opening reports. And we look at the Arizona Cardinals in this report, a team that snuck up to 500. They were 8-8 last year after a terrible start. Obviously issues at quarterback, but a number of other things to address. And yet, Dan, really quiet in free agency and not all that aggressive in the draft either.
Right. I mean, Adam Snyder it was an excellent acquisition. They had a hole at the guard spot, and he did well for the Niners last year. But beyond that, not much. I mean, William Gay could figure as a starter opposite Patrick Peterson. As far as the rookies go, I think most people are really taking a good look at Michael Floyd, who they're hoping could become like Anquan Bolden was out there. A great compliment to Larry Fitzgerald, but it could take a while for him to get done.
It's been a fascinating offseason so far as Larry Fitzgerald and Michael Floyd seem to have a love-hate relationship going depending on what day you look at them. Now, as they go to training camp, we talk about the biggest single need on offense. It really can't be anything beyond the quarterback situation, is it?
Oh, obviously. I think Kevin Kolb, after having all kinds of problems last year, and a big part of it was staying healthy, he's got John Skelton, who did real well in his place, breathing down his neck, and we've got ourselves a quarterback competition hub that brings back memories of 2008 when Matt Leinart and Kurt Warner went at it, and we all know what ended up happening in 2008. So we'll see. It's going to be very interesting.
It did work out well. They want to get more consistent on the offensive line and better at running back as well. Defensively, what's the biggest need and how do they fix it in training camp?
Well, they really came on strong under Ray Horton with this Steelers-style defense, but they need to have more takeaways. They only had 10 interceptions and 9 fumble recoveries last year. An improved pass rush that did get better is a key, as well as more consistency out of cornerback Patrick Peterson, who is a work in progress still, at that cornerback position.
Now, every team goes to training camp, hopefully with a long list of young veterans they hope to step up. But who are the 2 or 3 guys most likely to show the kind of improvement the Cardinals need to be more competitive this year?
Well, I think Kevin Kolb, I think in the second year in this pretty complicated system, figures to be better, and I look for him to beat out Skelton. I think Ryan Williams could be a really interesting guy. He was hurt last year as a rookie, sat out the whole season with a knee injury. He could complement Beanie Wells, and Rob Hausler is a receiving tight end that I think could be much more of a factor in that offense.
There's always a few veterans who end up on the waiver wire that nobody saw coming. Who are the veterans on the bubble for this Arizona team?
Well, I look at Todd Heap. He was a great player at one point with the Ravens, but he's on his last legs out there in the desert. They have a pretty crowded situation at tight end, so he could be in trouble. And then you've got Paris Lennon, who's been a very reliable veteran at one of those inside linebacker spots, but they've got Stuart Bradley breathing down his neck, so Lennon could be in trouble.
All right, we shine a bit of a spotlight on the Arizona Cardinals going to training camp, even though they've been very much under the radar. For all 32 of our NFL team opening training camp reports, stay right here at ProFootballWeekly.com, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.